nice looking Fernando.
Yeah,
no sleeves today.
Good.
Oh, I think he's doing a tribute.
Yeah.
To Bronson, maybe?
To Bronson, yeah.
I just think a mustache.
Oh, before we start getting into that, Fed, I'd like to quiz you a little bit.
Okay, good.
So there's two movies that Mom really likes, and she would probably call them her favorite.
Yes.
Do you know what they are? I'll give you three choices.
Okay. One of them's Home. And the other one is How to Train Your Dragon.
Wow, no.
Are you sure?
Well, one's Matrix Revolutions.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
Seriously?
I'm pretty sure that's not it.
No.
Okay.
So the two movies I was thinking about
Okay.
were Robots
Yes.
and What Dreams May Come, starring
Okay.
Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
I knew that one, but she hasn't watched that one in a long time.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about like more recent history right now. Because I can't. Okay, here's how much she actually likes How to Train Your Dragon and how much she likes Home.
Yeah, Fernando told
She
me this story about-
she's watched both movies, feature-length films, and she's seen all of the series on Netflix.
Wow.
For both of them, she's watched it more than Christy.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying those movies.
Okay, never mind. You seem to know more than I do.
Yeah,
then.
because like Christy was the one that was telling me about it, and I asked Mom, and she's like, "Yeah, I actually really like these movies." Yeah, I actually even told Victoria.
But
that I
like
did.
robots would like then what you're saying with Home, which
Yeah.
is a animated feature.
Yeah.
That like robots fits in there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that one was more of like the adult movie, but she hasn't seen that recently. She's watched those other movies a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot. And so that's why I would like pin it on that.
Yeah.
Or did you ask her?
Huh? I didn't ask her.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
assuming because like I remember that she watched
Yeah,
and she
would
really,
watch that.
really
Yeah,
liked those
that
movies.
when we were younger, she would watch those movies a lot more.
What Dreams May Come is.
I haven't seen them.
Have y'all seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
It's
it's
Robin
really good.
Dies,
It's really
right?
Yeah, and-
actually we
and-
might want to watch that movie for one of these.
It's
good.
It has an interesting portrayal of the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it's about him trying to find his wife because she committed suicide. Right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't get to go to heaven.
So she's in a weird position, but yeah, that's one movie. If anyone wants to take that one, like that's cool. And if not, I'm gonna pick it.
All right.
So
All right.
All right, welcome to Momcast.
yeah.
You guys done?
Yeah.
Mom corner.
Wow, all right.
over.
We got to catch this on audio because I'm going for 3.
Oh,
just
there we go.
like Kung Fu Dunk.
No!
Yeah.
Announced
Oh shit.
Kung Fu Dunk 2.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
I'll play the trailer for you guys.
Okay,
No way.
perfect.
A capsule toy, $4 each. I don't have the money. Let's get sweaty. I have enough money.
I
All
hope
right,
you're
we're
serious.
back. What did you guys think?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I hate it. Actually, I love it.
Okay.
Bronson?
No,
Kung Fu Dunk 2.
Kung Fu Dunk
The trailer
2.
we just watched.
Oh.
It was amazing. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
You didn't like it?
Man.
I'm slipping.
Dude, really? Come on, man.
Well, either way, we're the Cigarettes Podcast. I'm Daniel.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that name change.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are we
Yeah,
gonna
that's
change
true.
it?
We were thinking about it. We can record this.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
no problem.
yeah,
Well, we'll
absolutely.
continue with this one. I'm Fernando.
I'm Arthur.
Chris.
I
Oh,
like that.
we were really considering changing the name to Videodrome.
Audiodrome.
Video.
Oh, yeah, Videodrome.
We actually talked about
we
this.
thought
yeah.
about
Yeah.
we talked about this over text, but Audiodrome would be better suited for like a music podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell, as long as it's not in the same medium or kind of like product, like or service.
Yeah.
Say we had a pipe dream and like we really wanted to take this somewhere, you can name something Videodrome. Like there's a movie store in Atlanta called Videodrome.
Oh, okay.
So there's no trademark issue.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Max isn't going knocking on the doors being like, hey!
Hey, pal. Hey, pal.
Yeah, Max Knight's not coming around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully.
First mention of the night.
Actually,
Max
sorry.
Renn.
First
I,
Max
I,
night, mention of the
I
night.
hope he does make an appearance, but I don't care about Max Renn. I really don't.
I like
James Wood actually got into trouble recently.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, over a tweet.
Oh, he's a crazy conservative
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah,
what
and
did he
he's
say?
it was. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. I was gonna bring it. I should have written it down, but like, cause I looked up. I wanted to find out how old he was.
Okay.
And he's looking rough now.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
he's
He
looking.
already-
I mean, he looked a little
Yeah,
rough already.
Right, because in the movie he's supposed to be like 42 or something. He's in his
Yeah.
30s.
Someone. I remember what it was concerning about. Somebody wanted to sue him for something that he wrote.
Wow.
Yeah, on a tweet.
suing him.
But what
On a
the-
tweet?
Yeah,
Man.
we can look that up
Maybe
right now.
slander or
Yeah,
something?
it was something for Trump, and like
Latinos
it
para
was.
Trump.
It was yeah. But basically, he was gonna get like somebody wanted to sue him for something.
Oh,
that
I
he
think
wrote.
he wanted to countersue. I think I read something.
Yeah, and then that was
where
after that.
somebody did something with him, and he said, "No, I'm suing
Yeah.
you."
Yeah,
But,
so
like-
he's apparently
James Woods update.
Yeah,
He's, but not
Twitter
not,
sweetheart.
Yeah, not that like being conservative means you're a scumbag or anything. But it's just interesting though, because he is this really cerebral, like just known in Hollywood as being a super smart guy, and I guess he doesn't care about being liked. Him being a conservative is like even though I'm obviously for Trump, and this is a Trump podcast, like I think it's interesting that he goes against the grain like
Not
that.
true.
Very true.
We're gonna put one of those really fast talking disclaimers.
Yeah,
That's just like Arthur's not associated with this program.
yeah. The artistic expressions of the individuals in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the podcast itself. Yeah.
Well, this is the 4th episode of the Cigarette Burns
Woo.
/ Videodrome podcast. We'll discuss that off air a little
Yeah.
bit later.
Okay. I like that.
We did watch a movie.
Mhm.
It's been a little while, It's been
Yes.
2 weeks since the last podcast uploaded. We watched Bronson
Yeah, Brancelino.
Really loved it.
Yeah.
per my recommendation. Roundtable discussion. What did you guys think?
Oh, I thought it was a great movie.
Okay.
Like I honestly didn't know until afterwards because Arthur mentioned it. Wait, actually, one of y'all mentioned this, that I saw the movie and then I'm like, I really like the aesthetic. I like the feel to this. And then you told me, oh yeah, that's the same director that did Drive.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like I see the parallels in like the artistic style.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I enjoyed most from the movie.
Also, a lot of slow shots.
Yeah.
Slow
Yeah.
shots that like.
Repetitive shots.
I thought some of the coolest parts were like there's no movement of the characters at all in some of the shots. There's
Yeah.
just a cigarette like
Yeah.
with smoke coming out and no one's moving. I thought that was
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got something chime in a bit, but me, I liked it. This is Arthur. Loved it actually. Like I hadn't seen it, and I forget the name of the director. I saw 2 of his other movies,
Nicholas Winding Refn,
and
Danish director.
yeah. So I saw Only God Forgives.
Like the
I saw
cookies.
Drive. I didn't see Neon Demon. I heard mixed things about Neon Demon, but I had no idea that he directed it. But like you said, slow shots. I thought this movie had like such an energy,
Yeah.
especially in the first act.
Yeah.
There is always movement,
Yeah.
and if there's not movement, there's camera edits. It
Mhm.
is like a punk rock song. Every 4 seconds is a beat. Boom!
Yeah.
It's a cut. It's a
Yeah,
action.
but one
It's-
thing I will say to that, there
Mhm.
was also a lot of blank stares.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they would just hold a shot for longer to the
There-
point where it felt
yeah.
uncomfortable.
I gotta look this up, but there's something I want to say. Refn said this. He said he wanted to make like all of his characters in his movie non-humans, basically.
Yeah, I think he did a great job with that.
absolutely.
Like
And-
they exist in a realm either like somewhere above or below humans.
Yeah.
Like they're just not quite there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
with that, it's really interesting because it adds to that energy that Bronson brings.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this movie is absolutely me versus the world.
Yeah.
Or not versus the world as in an antagonistic thing,
But in his
but
own world.
it's I'm taking the world on.
Yeah.
There's something there's this the singularity of me and how I interact with the world.
Yeah.
So and
There's
it
so
has to
much.
do with like how the prison guards, particularly the psych ward
Mhm.
scene where
Oh, that
he's
one-
he's
oh.
like you can tell he just wants to do something and everybody's just kind of meandering and like,
Yeah.
it's definitely would not help his stress like
Yeah.
to be around this kind of
Oh.
stuff.
It's interesting because he also has like some moral code too, because that like child rapist comes up to him and he's like, "Me, you,
Yeah.
13-year-old girl," and he just like screams when he's like heavily
yeah.
sedated.
He
Yeah.
specifically says, I still have my principles.
Yeah.
Oh, does he say
Yeah,
that?
yes. Verbatim, that's what he says.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though he's still a criminal, and even though I think the movie does a pretty good job of, okay, we kind of like this guy,
Yeah.
but you see how he treats even like the prison guard. Like he threatened to kill a lot
Yeah.
of people. Like if you look at his real life Wikipedia,
Mhm.
like he's not a good person by any means. But
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
he does.
He stole the engagement ring that he was gonna use to propose to that lady. He beat up his mentor. You know,
Yeah.
he like tied him up and made him an art piece.
I really enjoyed that scene.
He
He's almost like he could be like a punk rock icon.
Yeah.
Because he's just so anarchistic.
Yeah.
And
Like
it's-
you would see him being sold on Zumi shirts or something.
Oh, hot topic shit.
Yeah,
Hot topic
that would
stuff.
not surprise me.
Like
at
Che
all.
Guevara stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, like Obey instead of
Yeah, and that's what
They
I was
would have
thinking,
his
like,
face
Andre the
on there,
Giant,
it would
yeah.
just be Bronson with his mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I think
Man, let's
we're
stop
gonna
talking
have
about
to.
this. I'm about to make some money.
Okay,
I'll
so
be-
first
Yeah.
merchandise idea for our podcast is going to be the Bronson Obey parody.
Here's the thing: when you're awarded the state, you lose rights. You lose your rights as a person. At least you do in the United States.
So
we
is-
could probably.
So
use,
is his
Yeah.
is
if he
his
was in
image
America, we could use his image.
is his image like
No.
a Creative Commons thing?
It could be. I'm not
There's
sure
some
how the
really
law
weird
works
laws.
in England.
Surrounding Bronson, who goes by Charles Salvador.
Yeah,
now.
no,
Yes.
he recently changed it.
As a tribute to Salvador Dali.
Yeah.
Yeah, his favorite artist.
There's
Well, I
some
mean
really weird.
that's that tribute that he did with the painter at the end.
Yeah.
He painted him up like Salvador Dali.
There's some weird laws concerning him, like because Refn wasn't a British citizen, he couldn't meet with Bronson in person,
Oh, really?
but Hardy could.
Oh,
Wow.
Or
that's so cool.
yeah, I think like Refn and him had telephone conversations, but they weren't allowed to meet in person because he wasn't a citizen.
Yeah.
Really strange.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah. What was the budget? You mentioned
Yes.
this.
So I was saying,
'Cause-
this is the best looking movie I've seen by far under $1 million. According to Wikipedia, the budget is something like 200.
No, it was like
Wow.
500,000.
No.
I
Are
can
you
check.
sure?
I can check. I think it was 230.
Fact check.
Oh, was it
Checkers.
230?
I think it was 230.
Oh shit.
Fact check corner.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was like
That is
500,000.
that is
230.
insane.
230. Wow.
230,000.
30.
That's crazy.
God, did everybody have to bring their lunch to the set or something? That's
yeah,
nuts.
like
Like you would think Tom Hardy would get paid that for like 30 seconds of acting
Yeah.
or something.
or and not just that. Note that there are locations in this movie.
Yeah.
There's tons of edits, so there are tons of shots, which means it wasn't a quick movie to film.
Like the whole theater scenes, all those parts, like those look super high production.
yeah.
Yeah.
And very
You have
expensive
to-
to rent it out too.
And
I
you have to
imagine.
pay those extras. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a full crowd.
Yeah. Like to put into perspective, I think like a movie like Clerks, which is black and white camera,
And
like
takes
8
place in a
millimeter,
convenience store.
takes place in a convenience store, was like 30 something thousand dollars. So this movie's made 12 years after that or whatever, and is only like $250,000. It's nuts. But you know, like when you're a director and you're starting off, if you meet someone like Tom Hardy, you're just like, say what you will about him, but you're like jackpot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's actually a little snippet here. At first, Bronson, the actual person, wasn't like very happy about Tom Hardy being cast as him. But then he saw the movie. He was allowed to see it after like 5 years or something.
wow.
And he loved it. He was like, oh.
Oh, I imagine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about him.
Apparently, his mother loved it.
Oh.
And I thought I saw something.
His mom, you'll be out on good behavior.
The promotional poster says
It'll only be 7 years.
it says something. It says jaw-dropping, awesome, a stylish thrill ride. I think that's from Bronson's mom. I want to say it is. I can check.
That's
She's
amazing.
she's like a top like Rotten Tomatoes
It's
critic
weird.
now.
Yeah.
She says something that's on the poster.
Oh, okay. I hope it's that one. I really hope it's that one.
Like Peter Travers from Rolling Stone says.
Oh. Also, apparently Bronson shaved off his mustache for Tom Hardy to use as a prop.
Wow. I like that. That's
I don't
pretty
think
cool.
that he actually used it, but
Hey,
that
but
did happen.
it's
That's
the
great.
thought that counts. It really is.
Yeah. I think that he's now married to some English actress. Did y'all read that?
Who, Hardy or
Bronson.
Charlie Bronson.
really?
He's
Man.
a strange man.
And some lady was like, and you just think of like how crazy and like full of shit like actors can be.
Yeah.
This actress who's a working actress who has credits on BBC shows, like
Well, look at Courtney
married
Love.
him. Wait, what does that have to do? What?
Courtney Love corner.
Explain yourself.
Yeah,
Wait, what did you
it's
say?
just something
Says-
ridiculous.
says
I
think
was-
about Courtney Love.
Yeah,
Courtney Love.
it's just
Corny love.
Yeah,
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love, folks.
Corny love.
Oh, corny.
yeah,
Oh, Courtney.
yeah. No. The singer.
Yeah, explain. it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
No,
we
no,
know
it's
Corny
just
Love
something
is.
ridiculous. It
Oh,
was just
what
ridiculous.
is it?
It's just ridiculous. No, literally that's all I wanted
Well,
to say.
we're backing
for
you
it.
into this Corny Love corner.
Yeah,
Corny
it's not
Love.
really a corner. It's more like an edge of the table. Which is a perfect square.
Did Courtney Love kill Cobain?
Hot take.
She might have driven him to do that, but I don't think she pulled the trigger.
Good answer.
That's what I think.
Uh huh.
Dude.
Yes.
Oh.
Corny Love
Courtney Love.
killed Corn Cobain.
Corn dog, corny, Cobain.
Yeah.
Corny Love killed Corn Cobain.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davis killed Korn.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
But yeah.
Shout out to Jim
That's
Davis.
Corn Corner for y'all.
Francis Bean.
Cobain
Where you
corner.
at?
Yeah.
Cobain's
Cobain's
Corn Bane Corner.
But like, yeah. Sorry. Get back on it. The like design wise, there's something I want to say. Like, well, two things I want to say actually. The color red, and the animated scene. I want to talk about those things, but first the color red. There's something about the director. He's really into colors. You know, it's the black or whatever color it is superimposed or like juxtaposed with a color throughout the movie. And with this movie, it's the color red, except for that one scene in the club with the color blue.
I was gonna say most of the prison scenes where he's in his cell is blue.
yeah, it's,
like
Because those are the more mellow moments.
Yeah.
lime color is
Yeah.
what the majority of the prison is. It's
Lime.
a
Okay.
lime.
Yeah.
But like the color red in some of these scenes, and I don't know where I was going with that.
No, they're the more intense scenes.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like-
interesting. Because his other movie Drive, the really popular one that he did, it's blue and orange.
Yeah.
Everything in that movie is like they go to a grocery store and like there are Oreos over here and like orange juice over here.
Yeah.
Like it's just like that meticulously laid out. And then Only God Forgives is a lot of red and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, not a good movie. What do you think about that?
Not that good.
I haven't
Okay,
seen
yeah,
it.
good.
I haven't seen it.
Really huge disappointment.
Wasn't Ryan Gosling
Yes.
supposed to be Tom Hardy in that movie? I mean, Tom Hardy was supposed to play his character.
Oh really?
I don't
Yeah.
think so because I think it was supposed to be basically the same character.
The Goss.
Or supposed to be kind of a Clint Eastwood kind of thing.
Oh yeah, like the man with no name.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
driver or whatever.
Yeah. You know, you talk what was it Chris or Danny talking about this guy's movies and the guys being subhuman or just not
Yeah.
there. You know, like how Ryan Gosling's character is like almost autistic.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
That's just Ryan Gosling.
And
No,
just-
it's his character.
Yeah,
He's-
No, check out his other movies. He's just basically this like autist.
So you're saying they just let him go wild?
Yeah.
So
Have you heard him scream and
Lars-
say that?
Lars and the Real Girl?
Refn was just like, Ryan, you just do whatever you want. And he
Put the money
And
in
so-
the fucking bag.
But
And so he
that's
just,
a
like,
really that's a
stood
really
there.
cool scene though, because like and not to get too much into Place Beyond the Pines, but like that scene where he's robbing the bank and his voice is cracking, he's
Yeah.
terrified.
He
like
is.
for somebody that's never robbed a bank or anything to suddenly rob a bank, that must be just like
Yeah,
shit in your pants situation.
Intimidating.
Like that I don't know that I really like that scene.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But
Well, that movie, the only thing I remember from that movie is just a piece of shit fucking like northeastern
Luke
Yankee
Glanton.
kids like
Yeah.
fucking where's my oxys? Fuck you.
Hey, all Yankee kids are like that. My dad and I went to a Yankees Mets game, and they were like, "Hey, where's the fucking peanuts, Daddy?"
but yeah,
and the
kinda wanna
vendor
hear
would
that
like
now.
shoot back, "I'm all out of fucking nuts."
I'm all out of fucking nuts. Oh man.
And just like it would echo throughout the station. The
stadium.
Just well, at the train
Yeah, they
station,
were at the
too.
petrol station, just filling up. Yeah,
You just hear it like, you know how people do the wave at football games?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was just "fuck you."
just reverberating across the
it's just
stadium.
like you just see like nutshells like
Yeah.
waving.
That's their version of
Gross
the wave.
place, terrible
The-
people.
the-
Oh man.
Oh.
But yeah.
But yeah, like the visual designs of this movie is awesome. Like
Yeah.
the shots are really well made. Like whenever he's standing with the ring fighter or like what was his name? The guy who runs the fighting ring.
Oh, his agent. Oh.
Yeah, his
It's
agent.
like Paul Daniels.
Yeah, like the scenes with him, I feel are
My-
really well done. Like the first scene that he meets him, it's this kind of like still shot where Tom Brady's bringing up the car.
Tom Brady.
Deflategate. Tom
Put air
Hardy.
horns when I say that, please.
Tom Hardy is like pushing the cart up, and then he's like, this guy's coming from the left.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's coming from the right. It's just like, would you like some tea?
The only time we
Yeah.
see him not assault
Yeah.
all by himself.
Paul Daniels.
Okay,
Yeah, and-
that hands down my favorite character.
You guys, yeah, I like his
Very, very flamboyant.
Yeah.
Turtleneck and chain.
Awesome.
Yes.
Turtleneck and chain.
I wrote this in my notes. Jeff Goldblum's final form. That's who he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's who he
If
is.
this movie had a higher budget, they would have cast
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
I think this guy was just perfect.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I'll talk about some visual things on this. Did y'all notice the opera theme throughout the
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Even when he's in the psych ward,
Mhm.
it is an abandoned theater.
Yeah.
You can tell from the
did not-
architecture.
You can you can
Yeah.
tell from the
It
roof.
has the acoustics. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Holy
their
shit.
design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
And so not only that, but like with Tom Hardy's character, like, man, he's just Charles Bronson. He's just so delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And you know, we're talking about punk rock, talking about this, talking about that. It's like, because there's this war, and it's a war that's like a philosophical war, because the state, and as an American, we watch this movie and we know that he would have been fucking shot.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know,
Yeah.
like, we don't play, man.
Yeah.
Like, but they want him to be rehabilitated.
Yeah.
They give him chance
Yeah.
after chance
Yeah.
after chance.
Britain's
The
most
state-
expensive. Was it Britain's most expensive
Yeah.
inmate?
And yeah.
Yeah, and that's like before.
Yeah.
So we see him. We see him about 2/3 into the movie. He kidnaps the guy who brings him library books, right?
Yeah.
And then
I like that guy too.
yeah, and that scene, yeah.
Fucking gets oiled up.
Yeah, and then we see him later kidnap his art teacher. And that guy was a character too.
Yeah.
Like all the,
What was the librarian's name?
oh, I don't know.
It was,
I
some-
can't-
it was
I can't
something that he
remember.
laughed
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
Senior.
Senior.
I'm sure you'd
I
laugh
think
at
I
that.
can find it.
But yeah, basically,
He looked like, and he would have been cast by Jason Schwartzman.
It was Andy
Damn.
Love.
Andy Love.
He was like,
Yeah.
love.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Jeff Goldblum, speaking of Jason Schwartzman, this movie, my style, when I think about like, or how I see maybe influences with this movie, I think this guy was Stanley Kubrick meets Wes Anderson.
I can see that.
yeah.
Like
I felt a lot
there
of
was
Wes Anderson
a lot of
vibes.
In the way it's like his
Yeah.
his shots are really deliberate.
And very
And
colorful.
symmetrical.
And very colorful.
And I wanted to get into that with the with his agent. That scene where they're outside talking about how he's just like, I want another job.
Wide shot.
Yeah, it's that wide shot, and they're talking about it. It's just like, I want more money. It's just like $20, and he's like, all right, I'll fight again.
20 quid.
I also like the part where it's him like doing his presentation basically to the audience, and he's like changing back and forth.
Yeah, that's really
The
cool.
two characters.
Also, something about that, and I guess whenever we get into themes, we'll talk more about this. But one of the first times he's on the stage, he is a clown.
Yeah.
Tom, I was about to say Tom Brady again. I swear.
He is a clown, though.
Bronson is
Yeah.
Bronson is the sad clown. He really, really is.
Yeah.
Like he gets up on stage and people start laughing and stuff, but he puts on a show, but you can tell there's something there that he feels like
Yeah.
he's feeling something deeper within himself. He feels like this something he needs to get out,
Yeah.
which becomes the facet of which becomes art
Yeah.
in the future, but it's violence in the beginning.
With his humans still alive.
yeah,
Yeah,
and-
but on that note as well, and bringing back to the whole thing about it being operatic, he mentions that he's a performer at heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that speaks a lot to what you're saying on that, because it's like, yeah, he is this character. Like I liken it to like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
He's one of those characters that they talk about, and I'm pretty sure he sees himself that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also back to style and everything of directorial. I was reminded a lot of Clockwork Orange
Yeah.
with the classical music.
Yeah. Oh,
the
I
violence.
actually wrote this: soothing music and violence.
Yeah.
It's very Kubrick.
What
Yeah.
is it called? Hyperviolence. and
A little bit the old ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet.
That's right.
You slushy that, man?
Yeah.
You viddy what I'm putting down? Sorry, we read that book and we had to do like a vocabulary thing.
Oh god.
I know all of the Nats that.
Really?
Seriously.
I remember none of it. I remember
Gross.
these dudes drinking milk.
Oh, what was it?
Fucking
Moloko.
people
Moloko. Yeah.
I love the soundtrack of this movie.
Yeah,
it's
great.
yeah.
I really like. There are two scenes that stick out. Oh no, three. I'll say three. The very beginning when he's in that horrible cage.
Yeah.
It looks like he's a demon from hell. That song is so weird, but I love
yeah.
it. And then there's the scene where he garrotes the child rapist or whatever. It's like this really silly circus music.
Yeah.
Then, of
Okay.
course, the best. It's a Sin by the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh yeah.
When they're dancing in the
Yeah.
psych ward. Incredible.
But so you know, one issue I have with this movie, I don't know, like me and Fernando have watched this movie and we debated on whether or not we were gonna put subtitles on. And I said no, I don't want to put subtitles on.
You know, I'm pro subtitles, by the way.
And I didn't want to be distracted from anything, even though I like watching foreign films and I do watch subtitles.
Mhm.
But it's like, I thought because English is my first language, like I would have no problem. Like I'm like I'll be able to. No, like you know that like child rapist dude.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he hated him. I didn't know why, because I couldn't understand a fucking
I didn't
word.
have a problem. I didn't have
I
a
couldn't.
problem at all.
I'd say I only understood 75% of the movie. Like, I know my hearing's bad, period, but it was I struggled at times to understand. So like,
Well, I remember you said that because you watched it before we had watched it, and I was looking out for that. Maybe I was just paying closer attention.
Yeah,
or something.
maybe that's a good
Yeah, I
one.
didn't have a problem with it.
yeah.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, well, the thing is, I just like subtitles.
Oh.
Just because.
Well,
I hate subtitles.
I like
I
subtitles.
read ahead.
Oh.
Then I know what's coming.
and that's an issue, especially when I'm watching like a Japanese film, and you have the line of dialogue before they get to it,
And it could be something very dramatic.
and they already they react emotionally to it. It's supposed to be a surprise, but you knew that that point was coming because you read the sentence.
And it's not as jarring to the audience as
Yeah.
it is.
But with this movie, I thought I could escape that. Fernando, did you understand everything these dudes were saying?
No.
I had a hard time.
They're
Well,
like,
the thing is,
they're
I
like-
don't know because I was reading. So I can't remember if I do or
There was
didn't.
like there's like 3 or 4 times where like sometimes they're like, wait, what? Like and it was particularly slang. Like and that's fair, you know. Like we're not British, so
We don't know the British thing. At least I don't. I mean, I know some things, but not enough.
I know fish. I know chips.
tosser.
A
Wanker.
wanker. Your wife is a bird.
Oh yeah, they do say that, don't they?
Your wife is a bird.
Bird.
And bruv.
Bruh.
Bruv.
You ain't Muslim, bruv.
Not the sentence that I would have gone with.
That was like a viral thing like about 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know
where
that.
some like I don't know, it's a chap because maybe chap is only supposed to be a working class white guy, but no, like there was like maybe a radical Muslim trying to stab somebody or something, and then like a street kid or something like insulted. He said, "You ain't no Muslim. You're no Muslim, bruv." And
That's
that
true, though.
became viral in the UK.
But yeah, God, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, it definitely has its more sedate scenes, which I mean are quickly like brought right back to action. But
Yeah.
I never felt bored in the movie.
Oh,
Honestly.
yeah.
Like it has really slow scenes at point, but I was still really interested in what was
Yeah.
happening.
I think
Because
I think by far this is Tom Hardy's best role. Like
Yeah,
this is
probably.
his movie.
Yeah, like
he steals the show.
mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a main
Well,
character.
he
It's
is
about-
the show.
It's about
He
him.
is the show.
But like he is the he's
Yeah.
just he's the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like there's nothing really else
He
but
puts on a
him.
clinic.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I wish this movie was a little more recognized because Tom Hardy is just always Bane.
Yeah.
That's
the
it.
guy from Mad Max.
Max Rockets.
I thought his role in Mad Max was good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
and he's
those
still,
are all good roles.
He's still
but-
an
Yeah.
actory guy.
Yeah.
Even though, okay, did y'all see the movie where he's with Shia LaBeouf and they're moonshiners?
No.
Okay, so he
Oh, what's that movie called?
I
Like
can't-
Lawless or something?
Lawless, yeah. He goes really actory in that movie. he was pretty actory with Bane.
Yeah.
With Bane, they had to change his voice in post production because what he was doing was so you couldn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to go in post and change his voice. Like if you think what he was doing from what we heard was nuts, like his original thing was even nutso. Like I think that if you watch the first teaser trailer with them in the airplane, that's like the original thing, and like test audience was
Yes,
were like,
yes. It was
what?
basically like a prologue they showed before Skyfall, I think.
Yeah,
And everyone was like, "What the hell is he saying?"
yeah, him and
Because he was just like, it was what?
him staring off against Mayor Carcetti,
Yeah.
Littlefinger,
Bane.
yeah,
Bane.
and then like
He's a big guy. For
Like,
you.
No, I'm not. We're not bringing this to this podcast. I refuse.
and then in Mad Max,
Yes.
like even though Max isn't like a juicy role, but he still went really actory with it. So he's still trying. Like Hollywood's trying to contain him, but they can't. They can't contain. Much like Britain can't contain Charles Bronson,
There you go.
Hollywood cannot contain Tom Hardy.
I think. Okay, so going into that, I think the scenes where they start, weaving in the real Bronson into this. The scene where he's on top of the roof with
I
the other guys.
love that. I
Awesome.
love archival footage.
Awesome.
And set to music. I
Yeah.
love stuff like that.
Stuff
That's
like
so
that.
cool.
When the animated scene when they use his actual art that he used, that he did,
his art.
and it's edited in this kind of
It's moving.
yeah.
Well, I think we discussed that. I was like, I don't know how they do this. They take art from a piece of paper and they like animate it.
Like,
And
it's-
It's like that
it-
Franz Ferdinand video.
I'll say it's really Sergeant Peppery. Like that the way that they do it. I don't know. Like it reminded me of that. Not exactly just the art stuff, but the way that it moves, the way that it's cool. Like it's so cool.
It's
like
pretty trippy.
yeah. But especially that scene where they escape and they're on the roof throwing shit, knocking down. Like it's awesome. Like I really like that kind of
I
stuff.
like archival footage weaved into movies. It's cool. You know what I thought this movie did really well is I keep saying weave. It balanced comedy and horror in like a really cool way. Like
Yeah.
if you weren't like horrified at what he was doing, you were laughing pretty much, or you were,
It was a hilarious movie.
It really was.
Okay.
It was way funnier than I remembered it being.
Okay, round table. What do you think is the funniest part of the movie?
I think when he gets the librarian to grease his butt. And he calls him gay for doing that. Like, forces him to do that, calls him gay, tells him to sit down. He's like, keep rubbing.
Yeah, I think he's like, rub me ass, and then he's like, not in it, you homo!
Not in it.
And he's like pointing at him.
Yeah.
That's a really good part.
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest scene in the movie to me.
I don't know if there's any one I can nail down, but there's just a couple parts where he'll say something just awful.
Yeah.
And it'll cut back to him in the theater and he'll just smile.
Yeah.
And it's just this huge grin.
And then
his
he goes
mustache is
back to a
obscured.
neutral face.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
Yeah, no, honestly, my favorite part in the whole movie, the funniest thing, is that Paul guy just saying, let's fuck. Hands down.
That's a really weird scene because he
Yeah.
says, let's fuck.
Yes.
And then it crossfades.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
what?
that was the funniest thing to me. I did not pay attention for the next 5 to 10 seconds
I
because
like
I was
the
just
idea
laughing so
that
hard.
character is so flamboyant that his idea of like let's parlay is let's
Let's
fuck.
Yeah.
When they're spitballing names.
Let's do business. No.
No, that's the big
That's too mellow for him.
Yeah.
To
That's
me,
not enough.
My favorite line, what I thought was the funniest, is after he's released from jail, he fucks up, gets arrested, goes back in, and they say, so what were you doing with the 3 months of freedom that you had? And with all seriousness, he goes, I was building an empire.
He kind of was.
Doesn't he say that with some snark too?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
I
Like,
think he's
I remember that
I think
line.
he's
So
serious, yeah.
Yeah.
With the 20 quid he got.
There's
beating up
also
an Irish
there's
traveler.
yeah, you're right. He barely gets paid, and he says that. There's a part that reminds me of like a Monty Python skit where he's like, "I see you renamed yourself Charles Bronson," and like one of the guards, straight face forward, is like, "Just like the actor, quite a good movie he made."
Yes, he goes,
What's the movie like?
Death Wish.
Death Wish.
He
He's
goes,
like,
Death Wish,
sir.
Right,
Really good movie. Like, he does not turn around at all. Like, that just reminds me of like something from Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so like not only is Tom Hardy great in this movie, but he's surrounded by characters that are pretty compelling in themselves, like, or at least entertaining. Compelling is not the right word. So, you know, we've gushed about like Paul, the creepy guy he meets in prison, that he gets out and I guess that's like his agent.
His
whatever.
love
You
interest.
guys remember
if we can call
Uncle
it that.
Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Jack.
Let me get you a cocktail.
That guy was so cool. Like, I'm not even trying to be
that's
funny.
That's what I mean
Blue-
by like his
Blue Velvet,
characters are not human.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what was that scene? They're all like cramped in this small apartment, and like some of them are like cross dressers or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
No, he said ladies, and then he says
men who look like
and
ladies.
men who look like ladies.
ladies.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy's my hero, man. Like, he's just a sexual entity. That's what that character
A lot of
is.
people are just sexual entities.
No, but him
Really.
specifically.
You need to watch Blue Velvet, Fernando,
I will.
and you'll see a guy that reminds you a lot like that scene. But yeah, so his uncle was Uncle Ben,
Uncle Jack.
Uncle
I think
Jack,
it's Uncle Jack.
you know, Daniel, the dude or whatever,
Thanks to our sponsor, Jack Daniels.
and then you know, the art teacher who I really enjoyed,
I liked him too.
who has a fascination with
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah,
and,
I think.
And he pronounces it all wrong.
Yeah.
really? I thought he was.
He
doesn't do a very good job.
There's a really great part when they're first meeting where he says something in Spanish and like
Mhm.
Tom Hardy or Bronson just goes "fuck off."
Yeah.
But he's like also kind of humoring him. And
Yeah.
it's awesome.
But yeah, like, so that guy was great.
Yeah.
I even like the warden at the end. I thought the warden was good.
Yeah, I thought I was
Good
kind of
as
sad
well.
that he tortured his art teacher
Yeah.
because they were like kind of hitting it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he was championing Bronson.
Yeah.
Was it just me, or do you look kind of like a gay Carl Sagan?
Well, I don't know if I'd use the word gay.
Flamboyant, but I mean, it was in the context.
I guess. I was thinking Jason Schwartzman.
Fair enough, but
You know.
he kind of does look a little like Carl Sagan. I think that's what he's trying to
I
look
would
for.
say I'd say he looks like Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
What's the word? Superficially, yeah.
Yes.
He does look like him. But so yeah, you know, like you want him to do good. And he keeps self-destructing.
Yeah,
but
it's
like
so
I said,
funny. Like he's such a good character in the movie that like he destroys these people over and over,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, he's doing art. That's good.
and
Good for
it's-
him.
And it's like,
And you're like, oh.
Oh.
it's
That's his art.
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, you think that's what I said. It's like a philosophical battle. The state of Britain or whatever wants him to rehabilitate.
Mm-hmm.
They want him to be successful with the art and stuff, and he just every time I think he gets a glimpse of them getting their way, of them, because I guess him, maybe it is like ultimately he will not let them control him, right? And I think maybe he was seeing it as if he goes the way that they wanted it, say with his rehabilitation with the art or whatever, then that means they won.
Yeah.
And he just won't let it happen, even though it would be good for him. It would be good for everybody. But he just says, "Fuck it! I'm gonna
can't-
destroy it. I'm gonna press the self-destruct button and let this thing go."
I think you mentioned this after we watched the movie. You likened him to Icarus, getting too close to the sun.
I think someone even says that
Yeah.
in the movie.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I can look it
'Cause
up.
I feel that we had that conversation after
Yeah.
we watched the movie. Because he's just like, he gets too close, and it's like, nope, this is too much for me.
But
I
like,
don't want this.
I also like how in his mind he thinks about like whether he's bad or not.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't liken himself to a bad person. He knows he's not a bad person. He just does crazy shit.
Yeah.
And he talks one thing, and like it's not directly related, but he says one thing in the movie where he mentions how you don't get an award for not being a bad person. You know what I mean? Being a decent person, there's nothing to that. Like there's no award for that. Like
Yeah, even though we saw the trailer, I didn't know exactly where this movie would go. And as someone who went to who got expelled from school, went to juvenile hall a little bit, went to jail as a young man, it's like when he started off and he kind of said something about that, like not being a bad person. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna like maybe relate to this. No, I'm not. I can't relate. Like I am not an ultra violent. Like I didn't do anything closer to the crazy shit he did. But like,
because it just ended up being like an expose of this insane character, and I don't mean insane as in like crazy in the head.
No, it's insane.
I guess you can say that.
Don't feel bad.
It's because the thing is, it's like when I consider insane. We don't have to get into that. I basically mean it as something very large and like bigger than life type thing, and that's the kind of
which he is.
So.
I mean, but you have to like.
Well, it's weird what he's in prison for.
Yeah,
robbing a convenience store.
Yeah.
And that's what he did in prison.
How much did he get away with? It was he mentioned
like,
the amount.
2 pounds.
It was something very
tiny.
small, very insignificant. And then he just kept racking up more years because of like how
because he
was.
was violent in prison, he instigated riots and he caused like however hundreds of millions of pounds worth of damage during that one riot that they showed footage of.
But I mean, okay, did y'all think about this too? And this is kind of a philosophical thing too, is about the state and about what an ethical government does in the 21st century. So he's costing the British taxpayer, millions of dollars of money, tax dollars, throughout his life. For what? Mm-hmm. He's never going to be rehabilitated. So is it ethical to allow someone like Charles Bronson to live? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. At the ridiculous expense of everybody else. And this is someone who shows no interest towards rehabilitation.
Or towards humanity.
I mean, that's why I think it's a good reason to bring up the fact that he's in prison for robbing some store. Yeah. And like because he's really violent in prison and like just causes destruction of property and costs people money, should he die? Should he die because like people are paying, but it's like death isn't necessarily the same as like should he die, but or should they?
But should he? But it's not as simple a thing of should he die. But it's also, should he live at the ridiculous expense of everybody else? And, like, I don't know. I found that to be interesting.
Because he's essentially become a burden.
An extreme burden.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
And then, like, you have to ask, what did he do besides cost us money? It's like, that's kind of tough,
He assaulted, when he got out of prison, he assaulted the guy at the jewelry store.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything. Just slammed his head. But I also think in real life, like, he threatened or beat the fuck out of, like, his girlfriend's boyfriend. Yeah. Other boyfriend.
The real boyfriend?
Yeah, the real boyfriend. In real life, he assaulted him.
Did he kill anybody? Has he killed anybody?
No, he's never killed anyone.
That's why it's important to think, like, I don't know. What do you do with someone who isn't like a... He's a threat, obviously, but he's not like
he's not a killer.
He's not a killer, but he costs a lot of money.
But he could, and that's the thing with like violence, and what we don't maybe really get with movie violence is that in real life he could easily kill somebody. Someone he beats the shit out of could die. One of the cops that he throws a haymaker at and like body slams
could get a concussion,
could hit his head, break his neck. Like, just because no one has died, maybe that's more of an anomaly, than we realize. And like,
but doesn't at some point he really takes pride in never killing somebody?
That's also the movie. He mentions, but I've never killed somebody. Yeah. And, but at the same time, when I was thinking about this question, I was like, well, what would I do? I guess what I was thinking is if I was the state and it was President Arthur with supreme power, and I had someone like Bronson, what I would really do is
I'm surprised you didn't go for King Arthur.
Oh.
That's a damn shame.
Missed opportunity. I would give him...
Number 67.
I would give him a hatchet, like a Bear Grylls, like survival, like $60 survival pack from Walmart, some food, and I'd leave him marooned on an island. Like, not kill him, but like...
You'd probably have him fend for himself.
Probably beat the island up.
Yeah, you can't stay here.
You'll get the island
Isn't that
god.
kind of what Australia is? Or was?
Zing.
That's what I meant.
Suck it, Australia.
Shock it.
That's how it started, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bunch of Bronsons.
Bunch of Bronsons.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy is not from Australia, but he played Mad Max, which takes place in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Full circle. Life is a circle.
Circle of life, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. I thought it was a good choice personally because, like I said, it's not really a plot-driven thing.
Yeah, and
it's like you're peering into this guy's life for a little bit.
Yeah, and I like to take notes in a very structured way. And with this movie, my notes were, I looked at them and it was just everything about like style, everything about like what I liked about.
It's like what plot points could you write down? In prison, beats people up.
Gets out of prison for a little bit.
Moves prisons, beats people up. Gets out, beats people up.
Yeah.
Comes back, learns art.
Learns art, forgets it.
But that's such a you're underselling it. There's so much in the details and the production of the movie itself.
I would say that I would ask this though about himself in particular. Do you think he learned anything?
No.
Charles Bronson?
Yeah.
Maybe he learned more about himself.
I don't know if it's in his character to learn anything.
Well, it's like, so when he changed his name to Charles Dolly or whatever,
Salvador.
He said because he's trying to get away from that name.
That's actually true. Yeah.
So he went, from what I understand, an extended period of time without incidents. By extended period, I mean like 8 years, 10 years, something like unprecedented for him. But I think he got in trouble as recently as 2016. Wow. He assaulted a warden, and but people are crazy. They said they had like a petition of thousands of English people asking for his release. Yeah. But it's like. But with our relationship with movies and our how we look at characters, we don't want to think of them as people even though they are people. I think about those, like maybe the lady who married him, who don't really understand like how violence really is. As much as I believe in redemption and everything, it's like if you have someone who has spent 60 years of their life,
most of his adult life,
right, always making the same mistakes. Forever and ever, always pissing on whatever chance they get. Are you gonna take the bet? Let that person, even though I do believe in redemption at a certain point, I'd say no, but
and that's what's unfortunate about his character, like in the end, because like you start to see a little bit of hope with the art that he's doing. You're like, man, maybe he's changed for the better.
I think there's a definitive breaking point. It's when the governor of the prison doesn't take his art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That whole scene happens, and then I think the next scene or two, it's him kidnapping his art teacher.
But the thing is, he takes it
to heart.
He's a little bit more defensive with the art teacher because he's just like, we're gonna get you out of here, and then he has we.
Yeah.
And he starts getting like a little bit.
He's like something's like, isn't that what you want? He
says, that's right.
What the fuck? Do you know
Yeah.
about what I want?
Yeah, and that's when he goes nuts.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But then you gotta wonder, that's so artistic. Was that an artistic license, or was that?
I don't know. I don't know much about the real Bronson.
Yeah.
And I think we should probably do some research on him because,
Yeah.
the director's I have seen that too.
Yeah.
The director's a very artsy kind of guy.
Yeah.
He likes making it a whole production. So I don't know much.
I mean, and you have to. Especially when you.
But obviously, he didn't stand in front of a crowd and tell his life story.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, like when you have something like that, like art. And I was thinking about like Game of Thrones, which tries to be pretty realistic. Whether it is or isn't. Like just more so than conventionally, where you have the usual hero trajectory, the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Character art. When you're trying to do something that's more historical, the way you make a narrative is by finding where you choose to tell the beginning of a story and where you choose to end it. But that's not the end of that's not the beginning or end of a person's life. Yeah. But that's how you have to do it to make that a narrative for film. So it's like for Charles Bronson, you have to pick a place to really, even though they show him little, does the story really start with him? No. It starts with him as an adult in prison. That's where his story really begins. And then where they choose to end it, which is after the incident at the art thing. But then, like as I said, it's like, there's 10 years where he tried to make an about turn, and then maybe failed recently, I think. And then with Game of Thrones, it's like in the history of say it's modeled after the 100 Years War, you gotta find a part where you begin, where you end. You know, even though there was so much that led before that, and there's so much that's gonna happen after that ends.
But yeah, really,
yeah,
really
Charlie Bronson, badass movie.
Great movie.
Did not with that director, you know, like, I think he's okay, and like I wasn't gonna watch Neon Demon, but like if he had another movie came out that he made, but like Bronson wasn't on my radar to watch.
Yeah, me neither. I had no interest. I didn't even know what the movie was about. I'm like, it's one of those movies.
I knew about it. I'd heard of it.
He also
I don't
has
even know anything about
a trilogy. I think it's called Pusher. It's all Danish, and fellow Dane, my man Mads Mikkelsen is the main character.
Really?
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
So I'm thinking this kind of re-energized my appreciation of him, because I was sorely let down by Only God Forgives.
Yeah.
So I might check those out at some point.
And
I'm a big Mikkelsen.
And you didn't see
fan.
Neon Demon, did you?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie Bronson. Awesome movie.
Your boy.
I gave it 2 thumbs up on the Arthur Tomato Meter.
Nice. That's pretty high praise.
Certified fresh.
2 Vienna sausage looking clubbing of the finger. Google that, thumbs. Just.
Yes. It's the second image on Google search, by the way. Yeah. So.
Tell us, Fernando.
Okay.
Fernando, enlighten us.
So for this week, I have selected the movie Amélie. Is also known as Le Fabuleux Destin d'Amélie Poulain. If you are French, speak French,
great job,
or are an asshole, that's how you say it. So if I'm mispronouncing it, please leave it in the comments and help a fellow asshole.
Yeah.
Very nice. I've actually seen that movie. I saw it on a whim. It was on like the Netflix recommended. I don't know why it was recommended, but I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
when did that
it's
come
a great
out?
movie.
Like
2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seen it, Chris?
Nope. Have you seen it?
It's a
Damn
really
it!
good movie.
I'm the only one.
Have you seen it, Fernando?
Yeah. That's why I recommended it.
Well, like that's a great.
It's a good film. Yeah.
Well, and it's also a great we've gone pretty distinct. You know, we had Max Knight,
which was a classic in its own.
Probably the best movie of all time.
Yeah, like
arguably.
Yeah, like Rosebud, get out of here.
I gotta pose a question. Do you think Max Knight's budget was bigger than Bronson's?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think it.
Chris, I would say.
I'm about to look it up.
I think it's probably the same.
I'm gonna look it up.
Ask for what a made-for-TV movie budget is. Goddamn near.
I'm pretty sure you can just find it.
I know for a fact that like High School Musicals are more expensive.
I think it made between 1 and 2 million. I mean, I think it cost between 1 and 2 million.
No.
Max Knight.
Nah.
It's not
2's
on
a
the
lot.
Wikipedia page.
1. If I had to guess, if
I
I had to
had
bet
to
money.
guess.
That's just a question no one's ever asked.
Shit.
How much did Max Knight cost?
Okay, but like they couldn't afford a lot of shit.
Yeah.
500,000 is my guess.
They could afford Mark McGrath.
At the heyday of Sugar Ray. Every morning Max Knight tries to fuck up my fucking room.
I just want a Max Knight.
I just want to lick face.
I just want a computer wife.
Yep.
Every morning there's an ultra spy hanging around the...
Spoiler alert, he gets none of that.
No.
I just want Half-Life.
Yeah. Okay, he does get that. He does get that.
But yeah, no, I
IMDb 3.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I am
I
excited.
Budget.
Oh man.
He had no budget.
I am excited though to check out to watch Amélie again because I did enjoy that movie. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Like I really hope that like the couple subscribers we have aren't French because
we just lost 2 subscribers.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Mierda.
And then while they're eating a baguette.
Wow.
Whoa. Too far, dude.
Okay, I'm
Come on,
sorry.
Fernando.
I'm sorry.
This is 2017.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to get.
Should I be more cultured? They're eating snails. How about that?
God.
Wow.
Seafood play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
If you please.
Oh, okay. I do.
We.
I guess sacre bleu.
Soccer blue.
All right.
Soccer.
I
blue?
guess soccer blue.
Yeah,
guess.
soccer blue.
C'est la vie.
Yes.
Take us out.
All
Take us
right.
out, man.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Nice. Thanks
Can we
for
get it? Come on.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,